Hey everybody, this is Jim at SP500chart.com. I'm in a hotel room in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Get out of my video. God, I hate these pop-ups on my laptop. So anyway, I'm going to make it kind of short because I don't know how good my internet connection is. I just checked in, got my laptop out, looked at the chart. I'm doing the video. Before we get started, just remember that this is just my ideas. You have to do your own due diligence. Trading stocks or futures or ETFs or anything is risky. You can lose your money. So you need to do your own due diligence before you make an investment. If charting is helpful to you, that's great. It's helpful to me. So let's just dig right in here to the S&P. We mentioned a couple days ago that it looked like we were in a channel. You'll remember we talked about the possibility of a head and shoulders top, with this being the left shoulder, this being the head, this being the right shoulder. That neckline broke down just a little bit day before yesterday, came down just a little bit lower early yesterday, but we closed the day above this line. And not only that, but today we came under it again and closed a little bit more above it. Not only that, but we closed to almost to the penny on the trend line that we put on the chart a couple days ago. I swear I didn't move that line. Now, every now and then I will move a line, and I'll tell you. Let me tell you a little secret. When you go to freestockcharts.com, I think you get this information that just popped up right there on a trend line. Look, you go right here and it says trend line created 9/8/2014, updated 9/9/2014. Okay? That's helpful because as soon as I move that line, which I'm going to do here just a bit, see, I just moved it a little bit. Now what does it say? Updated 9/11/2014. So you can check my honesty if you want to by looking at those trend line dates. So anyway, basically we tag this bottom trend line, okay, that was created on 9/9/2014, has not been updated. We bounced on that. Then we moved around a little bit sideways, and now we ended the day touching our resistance line. So the question is, are we going to take out that resistance line? I think eventually we probably will. And I think when we do, that will be the signal that the S&P is ready to move on up and test this larger neckline, which, by the way, was updated on September 7th. And that larger neckline is part of a significantly larger pattern. Here it is. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, potentially in an inverted head and shoulders pattern, being an inverted, if it's confirmed with a breakout, that would be an inverted head and shoulders pattern serving as a continuation pattern. You might say, how often does that happen? That doesn't seem like a very likely thing. Well, it happened here, it happened here, it happened here, it happened here, though it's not marked. It happened here, though it's not marked. So you see, it does happen. This was probably the most interesting one. This was actually right. Was that right? I think that was right when I started doing my YouTube channel. People were saying, oh no, we're getting ready to come back down and we're going to make a new low in the S&P. But there was this inverted head and shoulders pattern that said, no, we're not. And now we've got a smaller, but still a fairly well-defined inverted head and shoulders pattern in the S&P that if we break out over 2010 to a technically significant margin, which honestly means getting significantly over that line by 1%, but that still leaves probably about 75 to 85 points of gain in the S&P. Now, if you're a risk taker, well, if you're in the market, you are a risk taker. If you're a little bit more of a risk taker, you might consider instead of waiting for the breakout of the inverted head and shoulders, you might, if you're willing to watch it closely and play with a stop, mental or as a stop order, you might consider a long position on breaking this channel, because that should be the setup for the move that ends up taking us over this neckline area. So guys, I'm going to let it just rest right there. We really were kind of flat for the day. That's okay. We're still in our right shoulder potential development. So the word I think I would say is copacetic. I'm great with this. This looks wonderful. Let's just keep our fingers crossed that we're not being head faked here, and that we are indeed seeing an inverted head and shoulders pattern in formation. It is not completely formed, and it is certainly not confirmed by a breakout, but it's looking pretty darn good. So guys, there's your video for September 11th, 2014. Thanks for watching, and take care, and let's see what the markets give us tomorrow and running into next week. Thanks again for your support and for your attention. Take care.